Good morning, grade 10s. If you guys can you give me a green check mark, please, in Blackboard, and we shall get started this morning, all right? We're getting really close to finishing up our slam poems, you guys. So I want to make sure that we are all on the same page. And I do have just a couple little announcements this morning as well for English and well, I guess ADC planning as well, just in regards to marks. So I want to make sure that you guys are all in. So Costin, if you're there, just make sure you're listening, please. So you guys, I am going to be inputting this term's marks within the next couple of days here, getting ready for report cards. So I have held off, you'll probably have noticed, I've held off on marking your poetry stuff right now because if I do mark it, it changes your grade. So I wanted to make sure that I had your grade specifically for term 1 up to date and ready to go. Now that I've got the grade set, okay, that is what is going to be going on your report card. And now I will actually start marking your poetry unit, all right, and getting you up to speed on that. So please make sure that you have submitted your poetry assignments as time goes on here, all right, you guys, so that I can take a look. I'm super excited to start looking at your poetry that you've created. So what we're doing today, you guys, and that's same as ADC planning, all right, you guys? So I've held off marking like your cover letters and stuff like that until the marks are inputted. All right, so you will have noticed that I've kind of slowed down on your marking. All right, so today, ladies and gentlemen, we are on to a peer assessment assignment for today for your slam poems, all right? So you should well be on your way of having a rough draft of your poem. Doesn't have to be a good copy, right, you guys? This is just your peer assessment aspect is just to get some feedback from other students to see where we're at, all right? So here are our learning targets for today, all right? I want you to be able to make connections. Okay, so that's where we're heading with today's lesson. So I've got a couple of different videos to showcase for you guys this morning. Again, some different samples and how it ties into a similar topic. Okay, and then basically you're applying the knowledge today, you guys, as you're going to go through the peer assessment process. Okay, so this morning, this is what I want you guys to do. All right. If you haven't already figured this out, and I'm hoping that you kind of have, slam poetry actually is tied into and very, very similar to other forms of music, such as hip hop. That's really where the core root of slam poetry comes from, okay, is from the development of hip hop throughout time, okay? The rhythm and the rhyme that's used in slam poetry and in hip hop music really helps to create that story or the poem being told. All right. So I have got 2 videos for you guys to watch. Okay. I don't know if you guys have heard of the Broadway musical Hamilton. Amazing. Okay. I haven't seen it, but I want to. It's on my bucket list. All right. But from what I've seen on YouTube and just snippets and stuff, it sounds amazing. It's a huge hit. So it was written by Lin-Manuel Miranda, sorry. And I want to showcase one aspect of, he performs in front of the White House staff, a part of his Broadway play, Hamilton. And then the other video is actually from Oh my goodness, I'm blanking on his name. Who does Wheel of Freestyle, you guys? Come on. Jimmy Fallon. Yes, that's right, Jimmy Fallon. All right, so I don't know if any of you guys are fans of Jimmy Fallon, but he's got great, one of his little bits that he does with them is Wheel of Freestyle. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but Lin-Manuel does some of his freestyle, slam poetry, hip hop in there. So I want to take a few minutes, you guys, and watch those videos. And I'm going to bring up, I just want to see how long it is, you guys, because I'm pretty sure, if I just pop this up really quick, you guys. So we've got about 5 minutes and another 5 minutes. So let's say 10 minutes. Let's take 10 minutes to watch both those video clips, you guys. And what I want you to, I'm just going to quickly go back to my PowerPoint because I want to see. Yeah, and I want you to think about how he enhances his performances, okay? Just like how we've watched the slam poetry examples, how does he enhance his performances? That's what I want you to think about, all right? So let's take 10 minutes and be ready to share, all right, what you guys thought of the videos. So let's take 10 minutes. Give me a green check mark in Blackboard once you're done watching the videos. So go ahead, you guys. Perfect. Remember to give me those green check marks, ladies and gentlemen, in Blackboard once you have finished watching those videos. Once you're done watching them, take a couple of seconds and think, how did he enhance his performances? What made him so dynamic when he did perform? And can you guys just type that into the room chat? What was one thing that kind of stood out for you personally? Oh my goodness, I cannot see this morning, you guys. Here we go. There we go. Good, Madison. Yeah, so he actually used background music, right, in his performances. And exactly, and his body movements, which we've seen in other performances as well, right, that really enhances those, enhances the poetry. Yeah, absolutely. I know, Costin, amazing, that wheel of freestyle, right? I'm just like, I'm floored that your brain can think fast enough to come up with the words, number one, and that it actually makes sense, number two. That's the other thing that actually floors me about those performances. Very, very talented. Yeah, exactly. Right, Ian? Good. All right. So that was just like an intro, you guys. You can start to see how hip hop and slam poetry really are linked and how they are connected, right? So this is what I want to head to, you guys, and this is in the assignment as well. If we're not, if you can't follow along on the live feed, I've put the slideshow into the assignment as well for you guys to review. Basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a series of images, okay? And I want you to think about the we've seen enough examples of slam poetry now, you guys, that you'll be able to make those connections, okay? So I want you to think about the cultures, the two cultures, and how are they connected, all right? So I basically want to take about maybe just 10 seconds per slide, you guys, and then we'll come back and we'll discuss, because I want to give you lots of time. Now, I'm pretty sure that I can make this full screen. There we go. All right. So this is basically the story of hip hop, okay? But it's only using images. So I want you to think about what is that story that's being told. All right. So I'm just going to, like I said, you guys, I'm going to take about 10 seconds per slide, and we're going to go through, all right, each slide, and then we'll revisit the questions that I've posed. All right. So here we go. So, ladies and gentlemen, those were just some of the images. What did you get out of that? Remember that it really was the story of hip hop, right? The beginnings of hip hop. So what could we tell about the culture from those images? Just type it into the room chat, you guys. Some of them may have been confusing to you, and that's okay. Totally fine. But was there something from even one of the images, right, that really resonated with you, that maybe told you something about that hip hop culture? Just type it into the room chat. Absolutely leads, okay? So I want to bring up the chat to you guys so that you can see what Leeds said, but just realize, you guys, that Miss Wood's also working with a new student here and trying to get him into the live feed as well. So that's what's going on in Blackboard, you guys. But yeah, absolutely leads, right? They're not expected by, they were really this underground movement. It was a grassroots movement, right? And people probably in the mainstream weren't thinking about that. They were thinking in a different way or expressing themselves in a different way, right? What I really connected to, you guys, was it wasn't just about the music, right? When you look at those images, and if I bring those up again, you guys, when you look at those images, right, maybe not necessarily this one, but, right, when you look at like this one, right, it wasn't just about the music, right? It was about the body movement, right? This is where breakdancing comes in, right? And hip hop dancing. Okay, it was a whole culture. It wasn't just about music. It was about body movement as well, right? Expressing yourselves not just through language, but also through the way you used your body, right? It wasn't just about, this one hit home with me too, right? It really resonated with the younger generation, right? And it affected the style of their clothes. It affected the cars they drove, right? And we can even still see that in today's hip hop culture, right? How it's evolved. And I think, you guys, that is also how the slam poetry, right, is coming around. It's not just about the language anymore, right? It's also about the movement. It's about this whole underground grassroots movement around language and body movement, and how the spoken word really gets across a story or a point of view, whatever it is that you're trying to tell, okay? So there's a deep connection between hip hop and slam poetry, okay? So here is what you are going to do. Now, I believe in the actual assignment, you guys. You know, I was going to do, you know, teacher was going to give you a partner and do it in the traditional manner that we've been doing it, just like we've done with our paragraphs. I think this time we're going to do it a little bit differently. We're all going to post our rough drafts into the forum, okay? But then I'm not going to assign you a specific person. I want each of you to view 3 other students, okay? 3 other students' poems, and just give them some feedback related to the criteria that we've created around that in a comment. Okay? That's your goal today. All right? Is for that. Can you give me a green check mark? Is that clear, you guys, what you need to do? So I'm going to be giving you a lot of time to finish off your rough drafts per se, because some of you, I have a sneaky suspicion, some of you probably aren't even done a rough draft, right, that you're ready to post. Okay, so I'm going to give you lots of work time today, you guys. Finish off those rough drafts, get them into the forum, okay, and then you have to view at least 3 other students and make comments. So give me those green check marks if you're clear on what you need to accomplish today. All right, so Anthony, are you good? Emery, Ian, Costin? Okay, that is what you need to do today. Then I will bring us back in closer to the end of the class, you guys, to do a reflection, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, okay. So that is your task for the rest of class. So I am done on the live feed today, you guys. I'm gonna head back to my office, give me about 10 minutes, all right? And if you have any questions, hold off until I get back into the room, okay, you guys? And then we'll get working. If you've got questions, I can totally help you out from there, all right? So we will see you guys in about 10 minutes, all right? Go ahead.